Today on Trend. Getting ready to sell, we have tips and tricks from Susanna Crofton. Charlie's already in the mood at Moe's. There's a new look in lighting. We check out the latest with Mike.
Hey guys, we're in North Oak Bay today and we're going to talk to Susanna about what you need to do before you sell your house. Thank you so much for inviting us to this amazing neighborhood today.
Well, thank you. Welcome. We have a house coming up in a couple of days, so we have a few little things that we want to do to get the house ready.
Couple of days, there's usually a lot to do, isn't there?
Absolutely. Well, we get together a couple of weeks ahead of time and talk to the client, and most of the time the question I get asked is, do we finish projects? Do we start projects? What should we do to get it ready? I usually say, just finish the projects that you have that are half done, because you don't want to leave anything to buyer's imagination. First time they see it, if they see little things not finished, we don't want them to be thinking, what's going on here?
Exactly. Are they just leaving in a rush? Or...
Exactly.
And I think this is probably a great place to start, is the front of the home when we're talking curb appeal.
Yes. So a quick sort of garden freshen up. Fresh flowers are always good. We actually have a couple things coming, as I said, a couple of days. But I've left a couple of things to show you as we in the garden. Again, small unfinished projects are super important.
And like landscaping and odds and ends lying around the yard that you just don't notice anymore.
Yeah, exactly. Some great junk collectors in Victoria.
So get rid of all of that before I'm getting my photos done.
Things like chipped wrought iron and railing. This was sort of a white chipped wrought iron. So we've done the whole back because so much of this property is this beautiful back garden. You don't want things to stop your eye.
No, exactly. This just sort of blends in, and this is what we're looking at.
Not only are we doing photos for this particular project, we're also doing a video. I'm also doing a drone. Drone will go up and it'll turn and you'll see where we are in time and place. Uplands Golf Course behind us, you can see the water, and then down, and people can experience this wonderful garden.
The marketing for real estate has really changed over the last few years, hasn't it? The expectations up here.
Definitely, and so print media is not as quick. People want immediate response. They want to be able to go on, click through, and that's what we want. And again, that's why exterior is so important. It's the first picture that we're supposed to show. You want people to go, yes, let's go. Let's have a tour, a visual tour of that property.
You want to see the inside of the home and the exterior, multiple pictures. I want to feel like I already have been in the space, but now I need to go see it.
Yes, so let's do that.
Okay, let's go inside. The interior of this home is so cute. It's just so inviting.
Yes, and every home that we have, sometimes they're vacant, sometimes they're not. You know, we're in a retirement community in Victoria, so very often we have an estate sale and the sellers are not even in Victoria. So we have to kind of, as agents, sometimes we do full stage, and we bring in a company. A lot of the stagers don't want it to have their furniture being used if there's people living here.
Exactly, so that's more of a great answer for a vacant.
Yes, but also, if there are people living there, that's when I tend to bring in some staging furniture, and a lot of agents do that. And so what we often need to do is repurpose the rooms to give people the maximum idea of what they can be doing in this.
And feel this big open space too, because I think I'm included in this when I say it, but you get a lot of stuff over the years when you're living in a space, so editing it and even moving stuff out right from the very beginning, it's only helping you in the long run.
Yes, and what I often say is it doesn't matter if you have one room that's full of things, let's just not have every room full of things. Yes. And so a couple of things that we've done recently is when you repurpose a room, it just gives people that, some people can't see that you can actually have a dining and living area. It's either one or the other. And people now want to have maybe as that extra bedroom as an office. So now that they're losing that one room, we need to have multi-purpose rooms. So that's where it becomes really important that we're very aware of the furniture that we are using.
And I think too, when you're staging or getting ready for a resale, the furniture can be kind of non-functional, if that makes sense. I know I've seen a lot of times the blow-up queen airbed on top of milk crates, but then with beautiful bedding on it.
Yes, well, again, not all staging is necessarily practical.
Exactly. But you can get a good sense of what that room is used
Exactly. Sometimes it's just about doing the outside if it's a vacant home. This particular one needed some power washing, downspouts, cleaning up the hedges a little bit.
Yes.
This wonderful little walkway. It's super inviting. Again, we were talking about when people first drive up, you want them to say yes.
And let's just talk about the windows for a second, because this actually reminded me, like, I bet a lot more light actually came into the space when you cut down those hedges. But what are your recommendations about windows?
Well, it depends on the house, and it depends on the quality and the style and the function of the curtains.
Right.
This particular home, we really want people to be looking outside.
It's all about that view.
All about the view. There were some shears here, but they are very old and dated.
Right.
And really stopped the eye. So this really opened it up.
And whoever's going to purchase the home anyways will be buying something new, so why have that make it look dated?
We also folded them up, and they're in the garage.
Oh, so if they do want them, yeah,
you can
they're
have them.
there. What are some other recommendations that for somebody that's thinking of selling their home?
Call an agent.
Yes.
Because I think it's really important. As agents, we show buyers hundreds of buyers a year.
Exactly.
So we sort of know what buyers are looking for, and we can give you some ideas ahead of time, even if you're not showing your or listing your home or thinking about that for 6 months. It's saying, hey, can you let us know the kinds of things in this particular style of house?
And
that we can
probably
be doing?
saving them a lot of money as well, because I might think I have to do a complete kitchen renovation just to sell my house. Well, that might not be the case.
Yes, and that's exactly the case. Just a couple of tweaks here and there. I said, finish those little projects. Don't take on any new projects.
Well, thank you so much for showing us this house today and
You're very
discussing
welcome.
selling with us.
I've got one more job to do before I get this house ready to go. Important one outside.
Well, I better let you get to that.
Okay, thank you.
We're here at the Thomas and Birch Cabo Boutique Showroom, and Oakley's going to show us around. Aren't you, buddy? We love coming to visit you. Hi, Jonathan.
Hi, Amy.
I really like the look of this kitchen.
Yeah, this is one of our unique brand kitchens, which is our kind of mid-price point lines. And,
Really?
And this is a whitewash white oak.
It's beautiful.
And it's our 90 door, which is kind of, I think we've seen it before on the show. It's a kind of a modern take on a shaker sort of
but
frame.
smaller profile.
Yeah, it's really, really popular, and it has a really cool look to it for sure.
And it really has that nice warm look with all the wood, but it's still really modern.
Yeah, and it's also available as a painted door as well, so you can do a lacquered door any color you want, so which is kind of cool, and then like 5 or 6 different wood species. Yeah.
This is a great upper cabinet that you've paired with it. It really makes it look like a display cabinet, and yet it's super functional.
Yeah, so we've put in a walnut box in this one just to tie in the warmth, and then we've got some aluminum frame black glass doors.
I love the black.
Yeah, and it slides very open, integrated lighting inside of it. It's a cool just sort of way to show off your stuff.
So
Yeah.
custom looking.
It is custom.
Yeah.
So.
This is really a designer kitchen. I even love the wall color.
Yeah, this is a Pharaoh Ball paint color. Integrated with that, we have the laminate backsplash, but separating the two is a custom stainless steel shelf that we had made.
And what is this material?
Laminate is a porcelain material, and you can see we've just done it in a very thin 1/2 inch thickness. And in order to accommodate your appliances and everything like that, we've actually raised up the cabinets and
Oh, wow.
custom heights of the cabinets.
Yes.
So these are 35.5 inch high cabinets.
And these are all the little details that most people don't think of that you guys take care of.
Absolutely, we do all of our drawing and designing in-house, and we do 3D renderings and great pictures and color renderings so that people can really get a sense of what it is that they're getting.
I don't think people realize how much it really does take to design a functional and stylish kitchen.
Yeah, I mean, it's something that we definitely specialize in, so that's why we use all that software and things, because it is a very difficult thing to visualize for a lot of people. So we really try hard to make sure that their dreams are kind of coming to fruition at the start and at the finish.
Can you show us in some of these drawers?
Yeah, so inside we have cutlery,
See, this just looks
organizing.
so seamless and streamlined. It really organizes everything.
Yeah, it's amazing how many different options and things you can do for organization. The next drawer down, we have a drawer within a drawer.
I love that.
So it gives you the ability to have 4 drawers, but still have the look of 3 drawers, which is...
Exactly. It's not so broken up on the front.
Totally, and it's one of those things that you want to be cognizant of when you're designing.
Yes.
And then down here we have another, just a different plate organizer. So this is a peg system, so you can put your bowls and things in the drawers.
We're seeing a lot of that, not as many uppers to sort of keep the upper, or if there's lots of windows, that sort of thing, to keep it nice and clean, and moving it down.
Yeah, no, well, I think one of the things with like plates and dishes in drawers is that you can actually get a lot of stuff in that drawer.
That's right.
And it's just stacked up, and it's very convenient and easy for like kids. And
I was just going to say, and shorter people can access them really well.
Absolutely, yeah.
Thank you so much for showing us yet another stunning kitchen in your showroom.
Well, thanks again for coming. We always love having you come by and show off all the amazing products that we have.
When you're creating that cozy sanctuary in your home, you really need to keep 3 things in mind. The first thing I would say is ambient lighting.
Texture, bringing that in, changing the feel of a room.
And then really the scent.
So important.
Yes.
Have you ever walked into a room and just had that smell overtake you?
Yes, it just sort of brings back memories or sets the mood for the room.
Exactly. Mood. 2 new products at Moe's are our essential oil and a candle called Mood.
A candle's a great way to bring a subtle scent into the space.
Exactly. And some ambient lighting.
And this one's safe for Charlie even.
Absolutely. Yeah, and the kids as well.
You hear that, Charlie? It's all about you.
Of course.
Are you wondering what's new in trends in design and lighting? So am I. Let's go into McLaren Lighting and take a look. Mike, this is one of my favorite showrooms in town because I just can't stop looking up.
Yeah, it's you get a little crick in the neck, that's for sure. But yeah, it was lots of new products in since last time we saw you.
Yes.
And a lot of new things we're seeing is the golds, the soft golds, the vintage golds.
And beautiful ones like this, there's so many different styles. It's not just all, people think the old brass, right?
Yeah, exactly. When you say gold or brass, everybody thinks classic.
Right.
And that's not the case anymore. There's so many designs. It's an eye-opener as far as to what can be done and how it's transpiring, and the intermix of colors, the golds and the blacks together.
Right.
And it's really opening up design options for homeowners.
A lot more modern and contemporary available now as well.
Absolutely, which we didn't think we'd see. I mean, I was the victim of it as well. I thought brass, golds,
Yeah, it
it's
takes you a
going
bit
to
to warm up to it, right?
Yeah. But I thought it was going to be the classic designs, and we're seeing a lot more modern,
Yeah.
such as this.
Oh, I love that. And like you said, I love the mix of the finishes.
Absolutely, to bring the black and the brass there. See, I did it there. The black and the gold together.
Exactly.
It's beautiful, but it's not a classic design.
No.
That's totally modern.
And it's not the old brass that a lot of people are thinking.
No, it's definitely not. It's a lot softer.
And it's
a
not
lot
that real yellowy sort
No,
of.
it's a lot deeper. If you look at it close, the good ones have depth to them, and it looks really rich.
And I think people are just ready for another option. Not that there's anything wrong with brushed nickel, that sort of thing, but they just want another option because that's what's been used the entire time the past 10 years.
Absolutely, yeah. It's been pretty strong going with the brushed nickels and the chromes. It's nice to see something to give, the homeowners, the designers, the people planning something else to choose from to expand the design and how things
And
look.
the suppliers are listening and they're coming up with some really cool designs for us.
Absolutely, and with the LED technology, it's really given them a lot of opportunity to expand what they can do for design.
That's
It's been
right.
amazing.
Now we're in the right section because I need your help. I always have the hardest time picking out bathroom lighting.
Vanity lighting can be tough. There's a lot of different designs to choose from, and touching on earlier the golds and whatnot, the blacks coming in
I
the
love
vanity.
the black because we're seeing it in a lot of like fixtures, faucets, that sort of thing, so you can tie it into the whole design.
It's been asked for a while, and for a while we couldn't deliver, and now we can. But the golds, such as these, are making it in as well. And
Look at that fixture right behind you. That black one's pretty cool.
totally.
Yeah.
Again, a different design, not something you would typically see in
No.
a vanity, but it works perfectly.
And it's funny because it's kind of a take, like a new take on the dressing room lights, right? The
absolutely.
round balls.
The old Hollywood balls.
Yeah.
It's a modern style version of that, and it's fantastic. It works well with the
Exactly.
black. It gives great illumination. Couldn't ask for more in a vanity.
Well, and I love it when people put a bit of style into their light fixtures as well because it's kind of like the jewelry to the space, right? It's that accessory. Don't be boring with it.
Absolutely. It's the thing you see, it's fun, it's exciting, and it literally lights up the space.
It does.
Absolutely.
Yes. And I find too that it's some somewhat easy to change down the road if you wanted to change the look or that
Fairly
sort of thing.
easy, yeah.
Thank you so much, Mike.
My pleasure, Amy.
Go global with Newport Realty and Christie's International. This hidden jewel has the rare beauty of diverse typography, phenomenal abundance of marine life, and ceaseless beaches. It's not just an exotic tropical destination, but also a place for superlative living. This is Cabo San Lucas, Mexico. Demand is steady for places in Cabo right now. An average condo sells for $416,000, and an average home is $579,000. Now here's Ocean Club Residence, a new beachfront development. This 3-bedroom and 3-bathroom condo features a host of amenities, including expansive pools and swim-up bars, and access to 2 world-class golf courses. Sit back on your patio and enjoy the Pacific breezes and unbelievable sunsets. Remember, it's important that you work with a real estate agency that is registered with Los Cabos MLS. This pretty much means you're getting an experienced and reliable real estate agency. I'm Audra Poole, going global with Newport Realty and Christie's International.
Hi, Donna. It's so nice to see you today.
Nice to see you, Amy. Thanks for coming.
You're very welcome. Can you tell us a little bit about the process that Removall does? Because I think that asbestos terrifies people when they hear that word and don't know anything about it.
That's true, and we really don't want people to feel terrified about the asbestos. We're here to make the process as easy as possible. So I'm the operations manager here at Removall, which means that I am usually the one that's answering the phone. And when people call, the first thing that they are usually asking me is, what do I do about my asbestos?
Yes, because you want them to call as soon as possible, as soon as they're thinking of doing anything in their home.
That's right. WorkSafe BC says that you have to have a limited hazardous materials survey in place before you start any renovation.
That's right, before anybody steps onto your property.
Yep, and so we don't do the hazardous materials survey ourselves, but we will guide you down the right path to do the testing with a company that can be trusted and who we work with happily. And so when you call, that will be one of the first conversations we have is about your testing and about what your plan is for your renovation.
And I think that it's always better to be armed with knowledge and know what's in your home and what you have to deal with before moving forward.
I agree. Yeah. So once you have had your hazardous materials survey completed, then we will come in and provide a quote to you at no cost.
Based on that survey.
Based on that survey. The survey will identify hazardous materials such as asbestos, but also things like lead paint or mold or rodents that might be there as well that could need to be addressed.
Yeah, all those issues need to be dealt with.
Yes, absolutely. So when the estimator comes out, he's going to look at the project with you. Your contractor may very well be there, or the trades that are associated, people like electricians or plumbers who will also be involved in your process. And we want to include them right from the beginning so that we make sure that we get your renovation right for you, right from the start.
Well, that sounds great.
Why don't you go talk to Summer next? She's got lots more information about our company.
Okay, that sounds great. Wow, this is quite the setup you have up here.
Yes, this is a high-risk setup. This is a containment that is made so that no asbestos fibers can get outside the zone.
And this is what people might expect in their own home.
This is what we would do for a renovation, for drywall, for flooring. You have a negative air machine. It keeps all of the fibers inside the zone as well. It's vented, usually out a window or out a vent up top. We have air monitoring that happens on our staff to make sure they're safe. And we also have air monitoring in our clean room. That is there so that we have a 3-stage decontamination unit. So when our staff go in, they're fully dressed in their street clothes. They go in, they change into their PPE. They go in, they do the work. When they leave, they undress, they shower fully, and come out of the clean room where their clean clothes are.
And what's a clean room?
A clean room is an area where they can change and get ready, and we monitor the air in that room, showing that
they're not taking
they're
the
not
contaminants
taking anything out with them.
Right. This is such a big setup. How long would it take to get all of this put together?
It varies, but generally the first day is our setup day, and then we go what we call dirty. We get right into doing the demo on the second day.
And then it really depends on the actual size of the job too, as to how long it will take to remove it all.
Absolutely. Sometimes it's 2 hours and sometimes it's 2 months.
What does the process of the remediation look like?
When our staff are inside and fully protected, they will start to demo whatever it is that has the asbestos in it that we're
And it really
removing.
depends on the space.
It can be drywall, it can be plaster, it can be insulation, it can be flooring, tiles, vinyl sheet flooring. There sometimes is asbestos on your cupboards as a shelf.
Right.
It really depends. But what they do when they go in is they tear it all out. We denail everything to get every bit of dust. We vacuum with HEPA filtered vacuum machines, and then we glue out the area with a encapsulant to lock in any fiber that maybe we didn't get. Then we have a third-party consultant come in and clear our work for us with air monitoring and air clearance.
So that's how you know that it's all been taken care of.
That's right, and that's how we can prove it for their clients, yes. So this is a residential.
Right, but you do
setup.
residential and commercial.
We do, yes. We did the View Royal Fire Hall. It was the exterior and the interior. So many people in Victoria saw that happen.
Yes.
We encapsulated the whole building, and then we took it down to nothing, and now of course they have apartment buildings there.
And I know a lot of the contractors in town only trust you guys with their jobs as well.
We have new clients, and we've had clients for 10 years. We have contractors, and we have people that just need one piece of tape.
Absolutely.
Varies, yes.
Which I think is important because they keep coming back to you. You're trusted.
We are, I believe, the most trusted abatement company in Victoria.
We've heard a lot about the process, and now I'm going to experience it firsthand. Well, I'm all suited up. I hope you learned as much as I did.